Emma's fingers trembled as she scrolled through the hidden folder on Jake's laptop. The room was quiet except for the hum of the old fan in the corner. Rain streaked the window, blurring the city lights outside. Her chest tightened, disbelief freezing her in place. Hundreds of photos, carefully organized by date. Faces she didn't recognize, moments frozen in time that felt intimate. Was this betrayal, or something far more complicated? Take a moment right now to like this video, comment, share it with others, and subscribe to Moral Avenue. Together, we can remind the world that appearances aren't always what they seem. Emma sat back, staring at the screen. Her mind raced. She had known Jake for 2 years, but could she ever really know someone? Emma, a compassionate nurse in her late 20s, spent her days in the hospital caring for patients who had no one else. She was the kind of person who remembered names, birthdays, and the smallest details that made people feel seen. Her evenings were filled with volunteering at the local shelter, bringing food and comfort to those society often ignored. She believed in kindness, empathy, and the quiet power of selfless acts. Jake, on the other hand, was a software engineer, charming, ambitious, and outwardly attentive. On the surface, they were the perfect couple, but over the past few months, Emma had noticed subtle cracks in late nights at work, secretive phone calls, a reluctance to share his thoughts or plans. Her heart whispered doubt, but she silenced it. Love, she told herself, demanded trust. Tonight, Emma had come home early after her shift. Jake had said he was meeting a colleague at a nearby cafe. The apartment was quiet. She set her bag down and noticed his laptop on the coffee table. Curiosity, stronger than caution, led her fingers to the power button. At first glance, the laptop appeared normal. Desktop icon, folders, mundane files. But then she noticed a folder cleverly named Private Archives. Her pulse quickened. She double-clicked. Inside were hundreds of photo snapshots of people Emma didn't know. Each image captured someone in a vulnerable, unguarded moment. An elderly man clutching his chest in a hospital bed. A young mother trying to calm her crying child in a dim apartment. A teenager sitting alone on a park bench, head bowed in despair. Emma's stomach churned. Why would Jake take these photos? Why were they hidden? The first thought that hit her was suspicion, exploitation, blackmail, something dark. Her imagination spiraled, each scenario worse than the last. Her hands shook as she scrolled further. Medical documents and personal notes accompanied the images, lab results, hospital bills, letters of gratitude. Her eyes widened. Could it be help? No, that didn't make sense. Why hide acts of kindness? Emma paused, trying to breathe. One photo in particular stopped her cold. The frail elderly man she had recently cared for at the hospital. She recognized him instantly. She remembered holding his hand as he whispered that he had no family. Emma's mind screamed in confusion. Why was Jake photographing her patients? A memory flashed. The rumor she had overheard at the hospital. Some employees discussing an online platform that documented vulnerable patients. Emma's heart raced. Could Jake be connected to something nefarious? She clicked on another folder, labeled only with a series of dates. Each photo depicted different people. Her heart ached at the suffering she saw. Images of children in threadbare clothing, of sick patients waiting in crowded clinics, of mothers who hadn't eaten for days while feeding their children. Each frame seemed designed to shock, to disturb. Emma's mind oscillated between fear and anger. She felt a mix of betrayal, confusion, and sadness. The room seemed to close in around her. How could the person she loved be involved in something so strange? Then she saw the documents, financial statements, receipts, and letters of acknowledgement. Her breath caught. Jake wasn't exploiting anyone. He was helping them. Each patient in the photos had been supported anonymously. Medical bills paid in full. Therapy sessions arranged. Rent covered for struggling families. He had been documenting his acts of kindness secretly, never seeking recognition, ensuring the help was genuine and private. Emma's chest swelled with a mix of awe and guilt. She had assumed betrayal, but she had discovered generosity beyond measure. Jake had been living the quiet heroism Emma herself believed in, but had only dreamed of doing. Tears welled in her eyes as she realized how much she had misjudged him. This man, her partner, had been sacrificing his privacy, carefully orchestrating anonymous acts of love and compassion, all while maintaining a normal life. But then another folder caught her attention, a folder she hadn't noticed before. Its label, unsorted. The dates were recent. She clicked it, and her blood ran cold. The photos weren't of strangers. They were of her. Emma's breath hitched. In one image, she was sitting in a cafe where she had spent her lunch break, completely unaware of being photographed. In another, she was walking home late at night, alone, umbrella in hand, oblivious to the camera's presence. Her fingers hovered over the mouse, trembling. How could this be? Jake would never. Yet the timestamp confirmed these were recent. Someone else was watching. Someone who had access to her life. A chill ran down her spine. Then, a notification popped up on her phone. Unknown number. I see you. Emma's heart pounded. The realization hit, while Jake had been helping others, her own life had become entangled with someone else's shadow. Someone else had been observing her. The apartment felt suffocating. The hum of the fan is suddenly loud. The rain tapping against the window, now menacing. She wanted to scream, but her voice caught in her throat. Fear mixed with awe, and her mind raced with questions she had no answers to. Emma sank to the couch, pulling her knees to her chest. The story she thought she had uncovered, a story of possible betrayal, had turned into one of altruism and love. Yet, another darker narrative had begun. Someone had entered her life in ways she couldn't yet comprehend. The lesson she learned was profound. Life is rarely simple. People's true intentions can be hidden beneath layers of secrecy, both noble and dangerous. Trust must be nurtured, but caution is necessary. Love is complex, shadowed by mystery and moral ambiguity. Emma realized that judgment based solely on appearances could blind her to the truth. In one hand, she held the evidence of Jake's pure heart. In the other, the unknown threat that lurked in the shadows of her own life. She took a deep breath, feeling both grateful and terrified. And she knew this was only the beginning. The story was far from over. Moral: never judge someone by what you see. Their true character may be far deeper than appearances. If this story shook you, make sure to subscribe to Moral Avenue, where we uncover the truth behind ordinary lives with extraordinary secrets. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with friends, subscribe to Moral Avenue, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us continue spreading stories that inspire and heal. Before we end, I have one special request. Comment below what you would have done if you discovered someone was secretly helping strangers, but had secrets of their own. Thank you for watching Moral Avenue.